Welcome back. In this video, we're finally going to learn how to write software to run on the Arduino. After all, if it just sits there and has cool parts that we've learned about but can't tell it what to do, it's really not of a whole lot of use to us. We have to learn the way to communicate with this device, tell it what to do. In order to do that, we're going to use a particular type of software, and I know this is a little confusing, but the software is also called Arduino, or at least that is a reasonable way to refer to it. To download that software, go to arduino.cc. You will go to the Arduino project web page, which is actually just a really good resource to know about. There's a lot of stuff here. You can see many example projects. You can see what other people are doing. You can use the forum for help. So it's a good website to know about in general. But what we're going to do is download the software. Where's the download link? There we go. Software. And you're going to click on downloads. Your version of the page might not look precisely like this depending on the width that you view it at. But there is this thing called the Arduino web editor. What that allows you to do is to write code in the browser, like in Chrome or Firefox or whatever you're using, and then move that software that you write onto the Arduino physically. We're not going to be doing that. We're going to be using the stuff that we download. So scroll down to here. It's going to say download the Arduino IDE. That is short for, IDE is short for Integrated Development Environment, and what it refers to as a specific software environment, or just a piece of software that's going to make it easier for us to write the program that the Arduino is going to be running. I'm on a Mac, so I would click this download link, but you should choose whatever link is appropriate for your platform. Once you do click the link, by the way, it's going to ask, hey, do you want to make a donation? And also say, look how many times this has been downloaded, 43 million times. So that's evidence that you are you're joining a huge community of people who are building interesting things with Arduinos. That's part of the reason, actually, the Arduino platform is a great choice for beginners. It's just because there's so many people who have already asked the same questions you have, and so many people have already answered them on the internet, that it's very easy to get unstuck when you're having any of a huge range of problems. I'm sure you can still discover your own new problems that are unanswered on the internet to get you confused, but a lot of problems have already been shared out in the world. You can give them some money if you want, or you can click just download. I've already downloaded the software, so let's see what that looks like. It's right here. I have a little shortcut to it. If you are on a Mac and you are opening it for the first time, you'll get this little warning, hey, it's downloaded from the internet, open it, and yes, you can open it. So now let's see what the IDE actually looks like. I'm getting a little splash screen. Aha, here we go. I'm just gonna put this over here. We're gonna look at the various parts of it. So before we start writing any code at all, there's a few preferences I want you to set, or at least be aware of, because these preferences will help set up the environment to be more useful for you. Those are, on the Mac version, it's under the Arduino menu, and the PC and Linux, I believe it's under the File menu, but just wherever the preferences are, go to that. You can select where it's going to save all of the Arduino sketches that we write. By the way, sketch is the term used in the Arduino community for a piece of software, a piece of programming for the board. You can change the font size. If it's too big or too small, that's something you would change here. I recommend, here's the things that I recommend you care about. I'm going to circle them in red just for clarity. I recommend you get this setting to all, exactly as that setting is there, all. And line numbers, those are useful. I think those are good. Verified code after upload, I don't really care much about. Check for updates on startup. That's updates to the Arduino software itself. You can do that if you want. Accessibility features, code photo, da-da-da-da-da. So those are preferences that I think matter less. The two that I circled, I would recommend saving them as I have saved them. You also might want to change your font size just as befits your own preferences. All right. So once you have done that, you should have something looking kind of like this. And this is the place we're going to write our code. In the next video, we're actually going to begin writing that code.